It's now time to select your team. Would you prefer to take over an established contender or build a team from the ground up? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away. On the other hand, lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders. The choice is yours. Time to figure out where on the coach now for the fun part. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract. Now pay attention to the expectations of the role. Failing to meet the university's expectations will land you on the hot seat and potentially looking for a new job when the coaching carousel. Let's quickly walk through recruiting in EA Sports College Football 26. Our recruiting system follows a three-stage approach. Stage 1, add a player to your recruiting board. Once they're there, you can select actions to gain intel on what they value when it comes to committing to a school. These actions also help to get on a recruit's radar and can move you into their top schools. Once you're in a recruit's top 5, Stage 2 commences, allowing you to pitch to a player the things your school does well that they value. If you're having trouble finding interest that match, try to use the sway mechanic to get a recruit to change their mind. Finally, when a recruit is ready, Stage 3 is all about you closing on the recruit. It's at this point you can host the recruit on campus, allowing you to focus on specific school strengths in an effort to get a verbal commitment from the recruit before signing day. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Aggies ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Roadrunners offense will be first on the attack. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it. They're short of the first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pocket breaking down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal. Sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He's got him this time. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. So many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 71 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's McCown. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bussey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bussey. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Got his man to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wants to throw. It's McCown. There's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggie. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over LSU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And a sack all the way back at the 5. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Finding open areas. Knocked down for the tackle. And the Roadrunners come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The corners are walked up tight. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Back to throw, it's McCown. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Quick toss. Gets it past the marker. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Starting to feel a little pressure. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Aggies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we...
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff...
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off their christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah State Aggies offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Barnes. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Jacobs. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Utah State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
He wants to change this route. Rides to back and leaves it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
It's a running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Just had to... mention to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays, just having that dude at the QB spot.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. The give to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pressure coming. He's moving out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
That's crazy. You could play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the option. Wide open spaces. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Barnes. Finds his back in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They booted away. Let's see what he can do with it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll try it over the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the tight end. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. All the way back to the 15. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. To the air, it's Barnes. Got a man, it's Starling. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll try the right side. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. There he goes! Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looking for space. It's Jamison. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Makes the grab. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Got a man, it's Boyd. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll keep it himself.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're setting up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. gives it on the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man. It's Reed. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He tries to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boyd. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
The field goal is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback running on the draw. Got the first down and more. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Aggies. And that one will give him the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 9 over Memphis. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Moss. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Going up top again. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connect.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open. So.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play-action fake. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. Got his man in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. They believe they can run right here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. On the run, it's Moss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no Moss. Get it together.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And it's no good after the miss. Still an 11-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Bring in the heat. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
He's loose. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the middle. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 10 over the Judicials. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Off the play fake. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got it in the middle. It's Bussey. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To throw, it's Barnes. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off play action on 1st down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the stomping has commenced.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football.
Turning it on! And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Got room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Finds his man. It's Boyd. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Slips away. Rolling right and going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Concepcion. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Here's the pressure. Big fella moving. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Barnes. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. He's going up top here late in the game. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will have the football first. It's As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll leave it with him. He breaks the tackle. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Aggies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot